Where will Jimmy Garoppolo be next year?
I mean,
Don't say here.
no. No, absolutely not.
Don't say
I
that.
mean, look, if you listen to what Jimmy Garoppolo's been saying the last few days, and you heard Kyle Juszczyk as well too, he knows it. They know
What
it.
did you check say?
And
Like the last dance? What?
yeah, like and that's it. Like that they were like talking like, dude, this is it right here. Like this could be
Yeah.
the last game, and this is it. It's the last ride. They know it, and even
Yeah.
Jimmy said it in a press conference. Look, I understand what's going on behind the scenes. It's a business. I get it. And he goes, I'm starting to look in these guys' eyes and know that this is the last time.
Yeah.
This is it. So
Yeah.
whoever's throwing out these narratives about Jimmy Garoppolo being back, you're either just trying to be contrarian and get people riled up, or you're just not understanding the business of this. You don't trade 3 first-round picks for a guy. First of all, you've already put him on the ice for a year. You're going to put him on ice for a second year? Like,
which again would be like a third year because he didn't play the year before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So like in Kansas City, you did it with Alex Smith. They went 10-6. They went out in the first round, and then that's it. You moved them, and you got Kendall Fuller, and you got a third-round pick, and boom, you go right to the kid. That's it. Like it's not hard to think about what's going on here. It's not rocket science. But the two teams that jump out to me right away, Pittsburgh and Washington, because Pittsburgh, it seems like they've already said that they have no interest in starting with a rookie quarterback immediately. And Jimmy Garoppolo can operate that offense the same way that Ben Roethlisberger is in terms of the way they run routes, in terms of they want to play defense and control the ball. And Deontay Johnson, I love him. I think that he's a fantastic receiver, but he runs a lot of underneath, slants, things like that, quick timing stuff. Ben doesn't have the arm to go down the field anymore. Chase Claypool is what is utilized the way that Kyle wanted to do Jalen Hurd. So that also kind of lends itself to it. It's just who's going to be their offensive coordinator. Matt Canada is just whatever right now. I mean, they made the playoffs, and even they admitted they were like, we have no idea why the hell we're here or how we got here. But Pittsburgh and then Washington. Who knows how severe this Ryan Fitzpatrick thing is? Because it's a really bad injury apparently, and it's going to take him a while to get back. Heineke's fine. It's a nice little story, but Ron Rivera is on the clock now because this was a team that was supposed to compete this year, and the connections between, they have the Panthers offense that they run over there. They have a guy that they should be using like Deebo Samuel, Antonio Gibson, a former receiver turned running back that they never use properly. They have a guy underneath J.D. McKissick. Terry McLaurin is a guy who exceeds exceedingly well everywhere in the field, but intermediate as well. So I'm looking at teams that are in the middle of not being able to get a quarterback, but need somebody who's a stopgap and can actually help them compete. And say what you want about Jimmy Garoppolo, he can do that for both of those teams. Pittsburgh's not going to start over. They're not starting over. They're not going to start over right now. They may draft somebody late, in the draft, but then it's not something where they're just going to say, well, Ben's gone, we're just scrapping everything. Like Tomlin's not there to rebuild. Like they're there to continue to try to be in playoffs.
Yeah, my thing is, it's like he's an expensive stopgap. You got to give the Niners a pick, and then you either have to give him $27 million or an extension.
I would say this. If the 49ers are going to move, they'll take the pick, but they're going to have to eat some of Jimmy Garoppolo's money too.
Yeah, I see that.
They're going to have to they're going to have to take some of that money and just say, hey, listen, we'll pay $5 million of it. Then he becomes 22, right? But the cap's going up. Other guys are not going to be here. So they're going to have to maneuver it some way. And, the Wizard, man, he's just going to turn it into a signing bonus or whatever and save the money.
I got a team. One team popped in my head recently. Houston. They played Houston, and a lot of coaches over there were coming over to Jimmy say hi. He spent a lot of time talking to the players. It seems to me that their GM, Nick Caserio, was with New England when they drafted Jimmy. And that New England group has always been very, gung-ho on Jimmy. They all believe in him. And I don't know how Pittsburgh feels about Jimmy, but I know that New England, from, McDaniels to Belichick to this dude, really like Jimmy. And maybe they feel if it doesn't work out with Deshaun Watson, that Jimmy could at least provide stability. Like for them, Jimmy's a big step up.
Right. Well, here's the question. Davis Mills is taking steps, and he's looked really good. I think we could say that he was the second best rookie quarterback. But here's my question. What if Houston goes ahead and signs Brian Flores? Because the reason that Deshaun Watson wanted to go to Miami was to play for Brian Flores. Is Brian Flores enough to convince him and that ownership to come meet in the middle, and he'll play for Flores, right? Or there's rumblings.
Is that still an option? Like, can Watson play? Or are these
Well, I mean, he's never not charged on anything. They've just been having him inactive. So, like, I don't know what's going on, you know. But there's another thing that's kind of been out there, and Croc pointed it out, and I saw other people talking about it. It almost felt like Cully was a placeholder for Josh McCown, if you remember that, right? So all right. So yeah, hear me out.
Whoa,
so Josh
I think you're like Josh McDaniels.
No, Josh McCown was there as the backup quarterback. He was released, and he actually interviewed for a head coach with the Texans.
Wow.
And he went to go coach high school so he could learn time management, do timeouts and things like that, right? So and there's a lot of talk.
And he was coaching high school and then came back and played like a couple of times, right? Yeah.
Right. So you're talking about like a lot of the people like Tom Pelissero, a lot of them are bringing back up the
Was he doing like Friday Night Lights in Texas?
Yeah, I guess something like that.
Nice, cool.
But I mean, look, and then the other thing is you're expecting the Houston Texans to do something that they never do, which is do the right thing and be competent. So that's a whole other thing. Like there's this whole chaos thing that they'll throw in there where they'll hire a guy, bring in somebody else, and it's just there's a lot of things at play here. Who knows what the hell is going on in Houston? But it is true that Watson wanted to go to Miami to play for Brian Flores. So do they bring Brian Flores in and say, "Look, man, we're sorry. Here's your guy. Can you stay here, please?" Or do they just move on altogether? And it's just a lot of moving parts because there's not that many head coaching jobs. Like right now, Brian Flores is the most attractive head coach candidate right now, because we don't even know where Harbaugh is at and if that's even true at this point. So it's really going to boil down to that. The only other thing that I could say is that like if Flores goes somewhere like Denver, Watson might want to say, all right, now I want to go to Denver. Like now I'll go there. Like it seems like a lot of what the idea of him going to play in Miami.
Flores that much?
Yeah, that's why he wanted to go there. Yeah. I mean, well, that and, playing in Miami. That also helps too.
I just have a hard time believing that a player has that high, like strong of an opinion on any coach. Like, what do you know about Brian Flores, Deshaun?
He's a coach.
Yeah, that's great. But like, why is he a better coach? Like, what about D'Amico?
Yeah,
what about D'Amico?
Yeah, he's not gonna be a head coach though.
He should
not right now.
I'd rather go for D'Amico than give Flores a second shot. I'm just saying. I think D'Amico is going to be a better head coach than Flores. Flores is cool, but these Belichick disciples don't work out. They all come across as trying to be like him, and I think it's inauthentic unless you actually played.
Joe Judge is sending that up. No, but Joe Judge is sending that up for you right now because he thought the same thing too. A special teams coach that was going to come in here and make guys run laps.
Dude, what are you doing? You're not Bill Belichick. You can't pull that off. Sorry. Jacob says, I've been living in Dallas most of my life. This Cowboys D is brittle. If we keep running the ball, they will break.
Shout out to Jacob. He knows his shit.
Stick to the same mentality you had against the Rams. The Rams are a good tune-up for the Cowboys. Although I do think the Cowboys are better. I like their wide receivers better.
Well, it all depends because a lot of what happened last week was Sean McVay kind of crapped the bed.
He did crap the bed. 3rd and 1, quarterback sneak. Instead, you get sacked. Kyle wouldn't have got sacked in that situation.
And Kellen Moore sometimes Kellen Moore looks like, oh, he's a bright mind, and here he goes. And then other times he just goes into his shell as well, too. So we're going to find out.
We shall see. I agree, Grant. I knew Kyle was in his bag when he hit that Debo trick play, perfect play call, and gutsy. Yeah, season on the line. Good call.
Perfect Clay call.
I think my opinion of Kyle has grown so much after that game. I mean, to come back and save your season with your run game after you abandoned 2 Super Bowls.
Everybody was warming up the fires. They were just like, when it was 17-0, everybody was going crazy. Everybody
it's not just like bench Jimmy. It's like trade Kyle. And Kyle's like, no. We're going to say, watch. I'm going to stick to my run game. Yeah, like, dude, could you have done this in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl? Please. But no, at least you did it now. I'm just saying, at least you did it now. They're undefeated when Deebo Samuel gets at least 6 carries in a game.
That's the formula.
I'm picking the Niners this week. I'm not picking against them until one of those 2 running backs get hurt.
I got the Niners too.
Yeah. Stay with the Niners, but would you ever consider covering another team? No. Like, just no. I don't have to. I can do this the rest of my life. I got a YouTube channel. I can do what I want. I don't have to. I don't know other teams' history like I know the Niners. Like, I have to go learn. If I was going to cover the Detroit Lions, I'd have to go. No, I don't want to do that. Who the hell wants? I'd have to live in Detroit. Nothing against Detroit.
I can't wait to meet Dan Campbell in Mobile. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And Salah's going to be down there too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, say hello to him for me. Jimmy G is the Russell Westbrook of the NFL.
Empty stats and never winning.
Yeah, pretty much. Empty stats.
Or a turnover machine and never winning? Is that it? Is that the analogy?
I was rooting for Russell Westbrook because we were in the same grade at UCLA, and he he was when he got there, no one knew who the hell he was. He was a good success story. He's like a 4-star recruit, late recruit. Anyway, split Jimmy's $27 million to 2-year contracts, performance based. This makes it easier for Jimmy. Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. But again, like so now some team's going to have to sign on for 2 years of Jimmy. I don't know. I guess you made an interesting argument with Pittsburgh, but I don't know. They may find Jimmy a little too expensive.
Parag's watching, so he knows. There you go, Parag. You got it, Wizard.
What about New Orleans?
New Orleans is up there. It just depends on what Sean Payton thinks. I mean,
they got Jameis though.
Yeah, no, he's a free agent, so that's up to them to bring him back now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Let me check it out.
They're not gonna run it back with. They're not gonna run it back with Taysom and this guy. But Jameis is out to be picked up.
Oh, he is a free agent. That's it was void years. Wow. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Yeah, so could be them.
Maybe.
All right. Maybe. So now that I know that Jameis Winston's a free agent, that's who Pittsburgh is going to sign. Boom, right there. Bet you a nickel.
A nickel?
A whole nickel that Jameis Winston goes to Pittsburgh.
I bet you 10 cents.
Oh, damn. You did. Oh, that's a little rich. Okay, that sounds good. All right. I don't think Houston giving up on Mills. Good. They shouldn't. I like Mills. Like,
I mean, and that's what sucks about Cully getting fired, dude. He progressed and he did what he did with Mills, and it's like he was a fall guy. Like, and that's another thing. Why would anybody ever want to go coach Houston when there's such a train wreck all the time, bro?
No, I agree. The only thing I'll say is that if it's true that was a 2-year contract, then he knew what he was signing up for.
Yeah.
But it's a terrible. Like, really? He never had a chance. What's the point? And if I were a player in that team, I'd be pissed too. Like, what were any of us doing here? This is a big waste of time. Isn't Vrabel a Belichick guy? Yes. That was the distinction I was saying. Maybe Belichick's players will go on to be his coaching tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he never coached under Belichick. He coached.
No, he did not. Yeah. He coached at Ohio State and whoever was in Houston. Dez caught it.
He did, but they lost.
Oh. This Sunday's running backs, Mitchell, Debo, Lance, Wilson, Hasty, Sermon. We're going for 50 carries. Let's get it. Remember, Sermon's been activated too. I don't think Lance is going to play. How many snaps for Lance in this game, you think?
0.
It's going to be 0. Parsons or Diggs, if we lost, which one of them is the reason?
Parsons. I mean, look, Jalen Ramsey had an interception that was like bounced off somebody, but Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to look. If you're a quarterback, right? Yeah. That guy or Diggs, I don't care how many yards Diggs is giving up. You're not going to throw at Diggs, dude. Like unless he makes a play on a slant or something like that. So
they can basically avoid Diggs the whole game. But if the Niners getting 3rd and 7+, there's not a lot you can do to avoid Michael Parsons.
And he's not really going to throw the ball outside the numbers on those. I mean, that was that one play, like when he had to have it. He's still going to throw in the middle of the field. So I don't really see him testing that. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Grant. Thank you, Christopher. Watching Joe Montana docuseries has got me hyped up. You got to check it out. Go Niners.
It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock.
On Peacock? All right, I'll definitely check it out. Thank you. I'll be chilling in Arlington by myself this weekend. So does Jimmy have a no trade clause? Not anymore. Mm-mm. Now, maybe he had one last year, right? Mm-hmm. Not anymore. Maybe that's why the Niners waited a year to trade Jimmy Garoppolo so they could trade him to Houston without him vetoing it. You guys, the best duo. Keep it up.
Appreciate you, Art.
That was really nice.
That's a really nice thing to say, man.
It's a really nice thing to say. I appreciate it. All right, last thing. DJ. Oh, wait, hold on. I hate when I do it and I don't make it scroll at the bottom because it's whack when it doesn't scroll. Whack.